The moment a narcissist recognizes that you've caught up to them, the race is on to discard you before you discard them. A narcissist is aware that what they've been putting you through is unsustainable. They know that at the moment you understand, you will require changes to be made. Changes which they are incapable of. For this reason, there's an inevitable foreboding of a breakup of the relationship as they know it. And so, this is what will happen. The narcissist will do their best to try and discard you before you discard them. Because they have to be the ones in control of the narrative. Things have to be done their way, including the discarding, because they must be in control of every phase. From the time they love bombed you, from the time you met, the time they lured you in, to the kind of relationship that you're in, all the way to the end. They've mapped it all out, and everything from start to finish, and even after it is finished, has to be controlled by the narcissist. Have you noticed that a narcissist never gives you closure? A narcissist really never gives you closure. They never let go, even after it's done. Doesn't matter if the discard came from them or from you. The narcissist never gives you closure. Because you see, in the mind of a narcissist, you are an extension of themselves. They've annexed you and made you a part of themselves. And losing you is like losing a part of their body. It actually hurts that much. So make no mistake about it. Don't think for a second. Whether they moved on with someone else, whether they moved on to another project, matters nothing. A narcissist never lets you go. The moment you realize that they've not let you go is when they come back, when they do something to string you back along. This phenomenon has come to be known in narcissistic circles as the narcissistic hover. Hovering is that process where they try to get you back, lure you back into the same, or use manipulation or coercive control to lure you back into the situation that ended. All right. Usually, it will take from between 3 to 6 months for that hovering process to begin. So, for example, say you ended a romantic relationship. In this relationship, they knew that there were things that really mean a lot to you, things that you have emotional value with. For example, there could be gifts, there could be items, or there could be something, a service or something that they know has a lot of emotional value where you're concerned. Maybe it's finances, maybe it's kids, maybe it's something. They will make sure that whether you're the one who discards them or they're the ones who discard you, that they remain in control of that thing that holds emotional value to you. This is one way they deny you closure using actions. They might say it's over, they might accept it's over after you tell them no, it's over, but they know that they are holding on to something that means too much to you, and that they are hoping that it means so much to you that you will have to come back at some point in time, or that whenever, if and when, the words are if and when, they decide to come back, it should be a powerful enough reason to draw you in. If it's kids, for example, you have kids with this person. Oh, yeah, you might say we've ended things, but they know that you love your kids. So they'll set it up in such a way that you don't have a good relationship with your kids. narcissists unless you go through them, or unless they have uh, a way to control how you relate. Let's say it's items. You might have something that was a very valuable gift, maybe you received from something, or something expensive. It could be anything. But they know it. They figure it out while you're in your relationship. They knew this thing, you really needed this thing. And so this is what I'll keep as backup, just in case you ever open your eyes. And when you're trying to run away, to make your way out of this situation, this is what I'll use to lure you back in. So they use items, they use things, they use children. They have no boundaries, they have no respect. They'll do anything to lure you back. Never, I repeat, never make the mistake of going back. This is a plan the narcissist had set out from the time you met. They already knew they would be doing this. You're the one who was clueless, but everyone else knew it. You understand? If you go back, you're going back to play in the field that they've set up. So you'll be going back to a system that is actually tailored to their way of doing things, no matter what you tell yourself. This is the reason, no matter what it is, you can't go back. They might call you back and say, you know what? I realized I have your clothes, I have your items here. I'd like to bring them back to you. Do not make that mistake. You might think to yourself, you know what? He's just returning, she's just returning them. But they've already planned, they've already planned how they will either lure you in or destroy you or hurt you. The moment you fall into that trap again, the moment you acquiesce to their demands, the moment they've given a, they've managed to convince you, given you a soft spot for them, maybe because some time has passed by. Usually, remember I said, it takes 3 to 6 months. You'll just hear a phone ring, or you see a text, or you might see an email or a WhatsApp message, or they might even send someone under the guise of, even if things didn't work out, let's end it well. Come for your things. Let me bring the things to you. Come meet your kids. But they will have set up the environment in such a way that it will be destructive for you if you dared to come back. Now, some of you might say, but my narcissist didn't even hoover me back. And you might think to yourself, wow, I wish the narcissist would hoover me back. At least I'd feel more valuable. I'd feel better about myself. I'd feel that the relationship meant something to them. It will validate that I felt, that at least I was of some value to them. Listen to me. You find yourself in this trap, you're still in that codependent state. That is a negative state which you must grow out of. You do not want to find validation in the eyes of a narcissist. Because if you do, trust you me, whether you see it or not, it is because it is at your expense, whether you can recognize it now or later, or it is for their benefit, even if not to you, in the eyes of people that you may be privy or not privy to. So you cannot give them that benefit of a doubt. Again, let me even say this in closing. It is a big blessing if they never hoover you. Trust me, you don't want the narcissist to ever hoover you back. Never make an attempt to do it. Because if that is actually the best blessing God could ever give to you. If they keep you far away in such a way that you will never need to meet them. If they give them supply or something that will cause them to be preoccupied with something else. so that they never need you to come back again. That is the ideal situation. So if you're there and you're thinking to yourself, oh, why doesn't my narcissist hoover me back? Like I hear this speaker saying, oh, at least I want to be the one to feel that I said no. I'm the one to feel that I was valuable, and now they realized what they lost. Because you're thinking like a normal person, you are projecting your thoughts upon his character or his mindset or their mindset. That is not the case. Anytime you're dealing with a narc, don't think of them in the way that your mind functions as a normal person. They don't think like normal people. You understand? So they are not thinking like you. They are not thinking that they are showing you how valuable you are or something like that. And if they attempt to do so, it is an attempt at love bombing you again, because they are testing the waters to see if you've learned from your experience. If you've learned to know the difference between love bombing and love. They're testing to see whether you've grown out of your codependent state. They're trusting to see whether you value your life more than your property. They're testing to see whether you have the patience to lose a few battles um, in order to win the war long term. They're testing all these things, and they will. And depending on how you respond, will determine whether they'll do it again or not. So if your narcissist tries to hoover you back, and based on the response you give them, they never try to come back again, that means you've grown. That means you're on the right path. Do you get me? So I want you to be in that thankful state if the narcissist does not hoover you or try to string you along with anything. That means you are in the best state that you can possibly be after this unfortunate uh, relationship that you had. So until next time, keep those thoughts and meditate upon them. And do not ever try to find closure with them. It will only be used to try and hoover you back. See you in the next video.